All right, welcome back. I have been very busy. I have been humping on this all week, and I am actually today going to hopefully fire this thing. Everything is done. I have gone through and done everything. The headers are installed. I got gaskets, ARP hardware, got new plugs in there. The wires are on. All the brakes are hooked up. Nothing's leaking. Power steering is bled. Have not checked the fuel system for leaks yet. I'm going to put some gas in the tank here and check that here in a little bit. I'm going to prime the motor. It's full of oil, so I'm going to prime the motor and see if I can get a little oil circulated throughout the motor before I fire it. So everything's ready. So I've just been doing all the nitpicky stuff today. Drive shaft's done. I had that shortened here locally. Ended up being all the U-joints, everything were fine. So it was the drive shaft was actually, when I bought the truck, I bought it in 2013. The drive shaft was built in 2010, so, and I've only put 3,000 miles on it, so all the U-joints, everything were good. So we just shortened it, got it balanced, put it in, it's good to go. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to put the transmission fluid in now, and put the coolant in. So I've got a little gizmo to put coolant in, so I'm going to do that here, and do the transmission fluid, and crank it over, and get it going, see how it goes. So hopefully it starts today. I do not have an exhaust on it, so it's just open headers right now. But I just the excitement's kicked in. I want to start it and hear it run. So anyway, hopefully today. All right, so I'm putting the transmission fluid in, and I've kind of rigged up an old school, actually it's new, but it's an old school kind of a corrugated filter. I've got a little catch can there just to keep the transmission fluid if it backs up in the dipstick tube from coming out. And I'm just putting in my fluid. I'm actually running AMSOIL transmission fluid because I'm a dealer for it, so figured might as well. This is a 480, so it takes 8 quarts. Then you start it, and you add 5 more quarts when it's running, and then you start checking levels. That's what my transmission builder said. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the first one. I'm going to go ahead and put 7 more in it, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, here I've got the vacuum filler hooked in, and I've got a vacuum. I started drawing a vacuum on it, and I had to go find a bucket to put my coolant in. So the way this works is it draws a vacuum, and you can see the coolant hose there. It just sucks it down, creates a vacuum, and then when you reverse the switches here, the valves here, sucks all the coolant in. So that's what I'm going to do here real quick.
One eternity later.
So the excitement has settled down, and it's been a couple days since I first started it up, and still coming down off that high. It's been an awesome feeling. So far, I've done nothing to it since I started it. I did check. It's not throwing any codes, which is actually pretty remarkable. I figured it'd be throwing something, but it's not. It idles down and actually runs pretty smooth considering. It's just on a bass tune, but still open headers. I don't have an exhaust. I actually was going to start working on building an exhaust. I bought an X-pipe kit here, and I think I've kind of changed my mind. I was going to do it, and it seemed like it was pretty straightforward here, and this is probably going to be dark under here, but it's going to be real dark. The way these things work is, so your X-pipe would be about right on the bottom of the transmission here, or sharply, behind here, and it would go over. And the way that these work is they have to go up, they have to go around this cross member up, and then back over on top so that the mufflers will sit on each side of the drive shaft here and here. And I got to thinking about how many U-bends I'm going to have to buy, and that's, it's 90 up, 90 over, and then 90 back to go to the muffler. Then I got to go over then I had to go over and tilt the exhaust towards the edges and then go over So I got to thinking about all the bins I'm gonna have to buy, and that's just crazy. And all the welding, more importantly, all the welding. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna buy at the advice of a neighbor of mine who's built a lot more cars than I have, to buy a MagnaFlow kit for this and just kind of modify it to work. It's gonna be a little tight here. Way back in the, you really can't see it, but way back in the original suspension videos, I left this cross member in here, which is actually only in the leaf spring trucks. So I think it's going to interfere with the mufflers, but we'll see once they show up. But yeah, so the only thing I'm responsible for, because it basically the exhaust, and I don't know how far forward it comes, but I've just got to turn it up 45 degrees and catch both of the headers here. So I'm going to buy 245 mandrel bins, and I'll weld those in and just put it together. The nice thing about that MagnaFlow kit is it's all slip connections with clamps. I may end up welding at some point, but those things are nice for adjustability. You can really pick and choose how you want to do it. So, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to update and get a video up there, kind of an update. I put that little teaser on there, which pretty much sums it up. But I kind of, earlier in the video, I showed how to use that vacuum evacuator for the cooling system and all that stuff. So kind of want to show all that. But anyway, I just wanted to wrap this up. So I appreciate everybody watching. Like always, please like and subscribe if you'd like to, and like, share, tell your friends, all that fun stuff, because now the fun begins. We get to go out and just rip on it. So I haven't taken it out yet just because it's so loud, but I want to get it out and drive it a little bit and see what it's like. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs. I'm actually going to order the exhaust, so that it'll be here. It comes out of Dallas, so it's usually here either next day or the following day. So that's pretty much it. So next video we'll be putting an exhaust on and getting it out and getting it aligned and getting it tuned. Anyway, have a good day.